Hi, it's Kevin KGM Jam with another episode of Farming Simulator 25, All Alone in the World, which is a mod that you can download for free and play it. So what I'm trying to do here is get this last cut in before the snows come. I am specializing in grass, and as you can see, the grass this time around is brown, but still producing. I don't know if it's as good as a yield as the last, summer months and all that. Probably not, but who cares? I did not fertilize this. I did not plow it. I did not do anything but watch it grow and cut it and pick it up. So let's get this going. I'll finish up on this. And then I'm going to pick it up, sell it. And so my goal right now is to get my bank loan paid off, because I usually do the government subsidies, but it's not working on this mod. I don't know if they did that on purpose. I've got it turned on, but it's $10,000 a year, which is like $800 a month, which basically they're paying for my food to eat. That's about it. Doesn't pay for much else. But then I've got the silage going. I was able to sell enough grass and silage and machinery to get the Volvo front loader that I wanted, which is the best one in the game, without downloading a mod. And I got the 10,000 liter bucket, which is 5 times faster than the bucket I had with the Kubota, which is just a really small backyard trailer thing. So I've definitely better off in the silage department. And then other than that, use any remaining monies to buy up the rest of the island. So very basic strategy. Once I get the island bought, I'll start working on animal farm production. I've got 2 plots that I can grow materials needed to supply the animals. And then there's a mod I have where I can just buy animal feed outright, which is very expensive, but if I'm making a lot of money from grass, who cares? And then start doing the animals. I want to start a fishery. That will probably be the next thing before the animals, and oil production. But first, like I said, I want to get the bank paid off, get debt free. Even in a fantasy world, I'd like to be debt free, because that is a nice fantasy to have. So I'm almost done with this. I'll go show you the silage and the Volvo at work. And then that's pretty much going to be it. It's going to just be a quick update. I love to push the grass strategy because, one, it's so simple to do, very easy to get started in it. And it's not as challenging as doing the other ones first type thing, growing barley and corn and all that. But it's a good way to start, build up your income, and then start all that is what I push or recommend. Now, this grass is meadow grass, which means I own the land. You can't mow it unless you own it. But I don't have to do anything but cut it and pick it up, and then it grows back. Now, the yield is not as good as if I put it on a plot, and I can't use AI on it. That's the drawback. But so what? It's just kind of therapeutic for me to open this up. Like, I got off work last night. I came home, and I cut grass for about an hour till I felt sleepy. I got off like at 2, 3 in the morning, and then I fall asleep. So it's got its health benefits as far as relaxing you if you're into this type of thing. And the AI would be nice, especially if you want to multitask, but you got to pick one or the other. And the trade-off for me is not having to fertilize it and cultivate it and plow it and all that. Now, I could turn this whole area into one big giant plot, be very time-consuming, and once I did that, and maybe one day I do. I don't when I got more time. But right now, this is just such a simple method to get income coming in. Now, I do have the economy set on easy mode, so I max out the profit. You can adjust that, of course. And that's what I'm really loving about what the developers are starting to realize is the more options you give your players, the better, because then the player can tailor the game to his or her needs, and that is a great thing. Some people call that the quality of life. Some people want to make it as hard and as miserable as possible. Other people want it to be as easy as possible. So let the player decide by toggling on and off certain features that enable you to do so. And that's a home run. Skyrim does that, especially, when you got a mod creation or creations community. Farming Simulator does that, and more games are doing it. OSRS has some features like that, though not as much as others, and so on. So they're learning and they're going in the right direction. What a lot of teams are going to realize that will be beneficial for them, and is that if they let the customer hire them to build what they want, and of course they can make the recommendations, and then they can say what's possible, what's not possible, and then their job is just to keep the platform going. And OSRS has this, Splinterlands has this. They have a community voting system, or a DAO, and the players can vote, and they can, now you got to pay to put a resolution in, but we'll vote on it. And if it gets approved by the community, then the team implements it. And what those teams are realizing is that, hey, we can make a living just by maintaining the platform and making it to the, making it like what the players want. And the biggest fear in the older days, anybody who's been around playing games, was that a team would make one mistake and lose all their customers because they didn't like it. But what nobody realized in the beginning was, what if you could turn the new feature off? So if you didn't like it, you could still play the old version of the game or something like it and not use the new version. A perfect example for me is Skyrim with the survival mode. When I first got it, I hated it. Hated it. Turned it off, no problem. If it was a mandatory feature, I would have never picked up the game again. But they were smart enough to know, hey, let's make this an option. You can play this or turn it off. And now they have a survival mode community that's what they want. So now you listen to them and they say, hey, we want this in survivor mode. We want this okay, make all that stuff if possible. Again, I'm not a programmer, so I know it's not easy. It's complicated stuff. But if you can figure that out, you got a home run, and you're not spending $500 million a game to develop because it's already made. You're just, hell, the community's making most of the stuff for you, and you give them a cut for all the sales they do. Or they put it for free. Whatever. Because there's people who love the game that much that will do it for free in their spare time. And you got it made, guys. All you got to do is show up at the office, log in, make sure everything's running smoothly. Don't get greedy. Keep the expenses down so everything is affordable. And hopefully the internet don't go down. If the game you're playing needs the internet. Now, this is a digital version, but I have it downloaded into my PS5, so I guess I could play without the internet, but and maybe not, depending on what I've been reading, but that's an option. But I do like the digital, me personally, better than the physical because of clutter and I can't tell you how many times I couldn't find the disc or it's scratched or whatever. So there's advantages, disadvantages, everything. And I know not everybody likes that, but I'm fine with it. It really is. Now, if I couldn't play it because of the internet or something, yeah, it's going to be. I do have some older versions that supposedly the PS5 will play. So I guess I'd find out then. But now getting to Skyrim, I have fallen in love now with the survival mode. But one thing that I would have them change if they could, and evidently there's a problem with the programming and doing that, getting things to run smoothly. But if they could design it to, like, Farming Simulator has real time. Okay, so when I go into here, oh, let me go to the settings. I got it on real time. Now, I imagine that's real time like my time. So if I play for 15 minutes passes in the game. But I can adjust it. See what I'm saying? It's not stuck in real time. I can put it what fits my needs. And I love real time. And I would love it. I would love it for Skyrim survival game. And the reason I'm saying that, and I don't know, I'm not even mowing anything. I need to go back. I've been talking. That way, in survival mode, the biggest aggravation is you get hungry. And what's very unrealistic to me is I walk from one end of town to the other and I got to eat again because of the time scale. So I want that to change. Okay, let me fold this up. I would like that to be able to put it to real time, and they don't have that option. You can download a mod that gets it down to like 4 times. So in other words, every minute in your time is 4 minutes in Skyrim. That might work, type thing. But that's where we're at in gaming right now, and it's a lot of people are complaining about it, but I find it if you keep the greedy. Corporate people out who only care about, they don't even play the game. They'll buy the game, they'll develop it. They don't even play it, so they have no clue on how, in Splinterlands, we have a DAO, so the players own the game now. Okay? So it's our job to find, to get a way to fund that DAO so we can pay the team to keep going. And it's horrifying because of the investment. But at the same time, it means they can't shut the doors on us. They can quit, they can go home, but we just hire a new team if that's what we chose to do as a community. That is the future of gaming, where the players who have invested time and money in the game own it. Okay? And then you get a vote for, depending on how much investment you have in the game or whatever system they design. So if you got $1 into it, you're still going to have a vote, albeit a small one. But if you have $100,000 in it, you'll get a bigger vote because you have more invested. You have more, there's more reason for you to make the game successful than the guy who has $1 in it. If you're sucking money out of the game anymore, you shouldn't have any voting power. If that's all you're there for. Again, it's my perception of it. Okay, let me drop this. Well, I didn't want to do that. Let me drop this there. I'm just using the field as a parking lot right now. I do like wide open spaces, so I'm not running into stuff. And I definitely am not your most serious player where everything's got to be, realistic. It just has to be fun for me. That's it. And Farming Simulator's definitely done that for me over the years. All right, let's go check out my new Volvo with the big bucket. 10,000 liters. Um, hold on, I might have to. I got this one cleaned out. And this one I think it's ready. Okay, why is it? Yeah, I got it opened up. Okay. So all I've been doing, I got that ramp there because I've been pouring the silage into this trailer. Now that trailer's a mod, but you've seen it. I mean, it's got some amazing pickup capability. It right now I know it will pick up grass, it will pick up stone, probably hay. Uh, so that's all I've used it for. But you can use it, I think, to pick up pretty much anything. And as long as it's between those two arms, it will pick it up. It's a forage wagon. But oh my God, it saves a lot of time. Is it realistic? Is there really such a tool? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't care. I imagine there could be. But anyway, I love it. Okay. So let's go pick up a scoop. But because it's so tall, I had to put that ramp in to get to the trailer. With that way I'm not hitting the tractor against the trailer all the time, which does damage. Now because I got it on easy mode, it doesn't do a lot of damage. You know, the higher mode you got, the more damage it does. Now, this is something like if we had a Dow, I would ask them to change, but this is a European buzzer. But that sound is the worst backup sound I have ever heard. Okay? That might be in other countries. That's not what we hear in the United States. Don't like it. And maybe I uploaded the wrong one. Maybe it does have a different one. I don't know. But I don't like it. So anyway, I just come here, pick it up, take it up the ramp here, dump it in there, and then I go sell it. Now, I've got this filled up, but it's not running because I got to have all this recipe stuff to get it to work. Okay, so right now, this is not being used, but that's okay because I can sell it down on the docks, and I'm okay with that. What? So let's go pick up some stuff. I'll show you real quick how this works if you haven't seen it. I should not have mowed that, but what I can do is I can close this up. And I think I can turn on the regular forage wagon. No, I can't use, I'd have to have a regular forage wagon to get that. I don't know why I mowed it, but no big deal. There's not a whole lot of money right there, but I can get this right here and just do it like that. And there we go. Off to the races. Now, this also is an unrealistic trailer that holds 1,000,000 liters. So, you know, that would never happen in the real world. The tires would pop off before you could even move down the road. The wagon would probably disintegrate with that much weight in it. But It is what it is. So yeah, I'm cheating in a way, but I don't care. Again, I've tailored the game to the way I like it. I don't have to get this trailer. You can get a single pickup trailer that, or Ford wagon, that you can spend the next 8 hours picking all this up. So again, as long as you keep the game enjoyable, that's why I don't understand people who comment to, not so much me, but I've read on other people that they play, is you don't have to do what that person is doing. I just expose it to you. You adjust it to the way that you like it, not the way I like it, the way you like it. Now, if you're playing in a league, you got to have rules, and everybody's got to abide by those rules. That's different, yep. But again, it'd be a group of people who like doing the same thing. And that's something that I think Farming Simulator has touched in, and that is, like in Splinterlands, we have guilds that I notice on Facebook. There's farming groups, and there's people looking for people to help them work their farm. And just close that up, and then open it real quick on the other side of the tree. Turn it on. So that might be the beginning of something like that. Maybe they already have something. I'm just not aware of it. But where you compete against other groups of players in a guild-like format, that'd be nice if they did that on platform. Again, they're just developing it and maintaining it. Okay? Which is a relatively, I imagine, easy thing to do. Okay, here on this map, you have a stone quarry that comes with it. And it automatically mines the quarry. All you have to do, well, you have to buy the land, of course. Or no, I think I owned it when the game started. I think it gives it to you. So you got here all the stone you want. Okay? So I'm going to mess with that now that I have been reminded of it. I'll probably mess with that now. Before the fishery. Okay, so I got to close this up to get out of here. Now this tractor I bought, it's one of the most powerfulest in the game, but its turn ratio is awful. Or radius, whatever it is. But it works. It gets the job done. So anyway, I'm going to spend the next hour picking all this stuff up and selling it, and then go work on the rest of that silage and sell that. And the next video, I will have probably some stone quarry stuff going to the fishery. I got to research that and see how I want to go about that. So please like and subscribe. You get a chance to leave a comment. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.